All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today, I'm covering the current state of my Citizen Promaster Automatic Diver collection. Now, if you're new to the NY0040 line of watches, I'm going to put a link at the end to a video I've already done that gets into the specifications more in depth. But for the sake of this video, I'll briefly go through these just so you know what we're talking about. Now, case diameter, you're coming right in at 42 millimeters. Lug to lug, 48 millimeter. Case thickness is 12.8. Now, another specification that I like to add is the face diameter. This one comes right in at 30.2 millimeters, and the reason I like to include that is makes the watch wear a little bit smaller, even though it does have a larger case diameter. That small face diameter kind of brings the watch in on your wrist. Lug width, 20 millimeters, so it opens these up to a lot of different bracelet and strap options. Standard 60-click unidirectional bezel, screw down crown. Now you've got 200 meters water resist, and these are ISO certified divers. Now, let's get into the movement briefly. You're either going to get the Miyota 8204 or the Miyota 8203. Why does that matter? Because the 8204 is the hand windable and hackable version. The 8203 is just hand windable. It's going to depend on when the watch was made, which variation you get, and what you need to do is look at the back of the watch to determine which one you're going to have when it does arrive, or you can just simply check it. A lot of websites do not say what you're getting, and a lot of them won't even state that the watch is hackable. So we're kind of left to getting some that are and some that aren't. So let me get into the ones that I've got sitting right here that I have in my collection right now. This is the NY0040-09E. This is the all black. You've got black bezel, black dial. This is a great one to start off with if you're not sure what color option would suit you. Start off with this one. It's one you could wear on a dressy occasion or dress down. It just has a great look with this all blacked out, black dial, black bezel. This is more in line to, I would say, the Seiko SKX 007. If that's something you've been wanting, this is a wonderful alternative for under $200. So don't spend $600–700 on an SKX when you can get, in my opinion, a better watch for under 200 bucks. So that's the black bezel, black dial. That is the NY0040-09E. Moving on is the first one that I ever purchased probably about 4 years ago. This is the NY0040-17L. This is black bezel, blue dial. Now the blue is very subtle. You don't really see it until you get a lot of light on it. It's kind of a deep navy blue. I like it, and I've got it on this Artem loopless sailcloth strap. Really like it. I think sailcloth does really well on these watches. I don't like the rubber that comes with these, nor do I like the Citizen bracelet either. Now, I don't like the straps or the bracelets on the Seiko's SKX. So that's why you see these on different straps and bracelets, because I just don't care for the ones that Citizen sends. But if you like a subtle blue dial, you'll really like the NY0040-17L. Next is probably the coolest of them all. Again, if you're not sure what to get, black dial, but my favorite is the full lume. This is the NY0040-09W. Now, I've got this on Long Island bracelet, again, that I really like. Again, specifically, these are made for the NY00 family. The full lume is just killer. I mean, you can't go wrong. And I would say I get more compliments on this watch than any other watch I have in my collection. Because in the daytime, that dial stands out just like a bright yellow dial. And the lume is killer. But honestly, I like the look of the dial during the daytime and how it contrasts with these black indices. It's beautiful. You got a black bezel and this yellow dial during the day. I love it. Again, if you're not sure what to get, black dial or full lume. Personally, me, the full lume was one that I've always wanted, and I love it. Now, moving on. This one, I pretty much just call it the Pepsi bezel. This is the NY0086-16L. You've got standard looking Pepsi bezel with a blue dial. Now, if you've been entertaining a SKX 009, but you don't want to fork over $600-700, this is a great alternative. Again, under $200. To me, these are the best dive watches out there for under 200 bucks. Why would you spend all that on a Seiko when you could have this Citizen right here, which is beautiful in my opinion, for under 200 bucks? You know, that blue looks great in the light. Now it stands out more than the other black bezel blue dial that I showed you. This is a really beautiful watch, and it's almost got like an anodized aluminum looking bezel. So it's probably the flashiest of these when it comes to the contrast of the bezel and the dial. I really love it. That's the NY0086-16L. Now, lastly is the NY0084-89E. This is the green bezel black dial. Now I've got it on a Artem Sailcloth classic strap. Again, I like the way Sailcloth looks on these watches. Now, this one, if you're someone that doesn't have a green watch in your collection and you're like, well, I'm not really a green person, don't shy away from this one. This is more of a deep hunter green bezel, and you've got this black dial. So it's not crazy green. I understand that green's not a lot of people's favorite color, but I really like this watch. I think it works well. And again, it's the only one that I have in my collection that looks like that as far as a green bezel. It's beautiful. This is the NY0084-89E. Awesome watch. Actually, this one came from Amazon. They had a really good deal on it. Now, typically, I have bought mine from either Amazon or Joma Shop. Joma Shop's been having a lot of good deals lately on these Citizen Automatic Promaster Divers. So if you want my recommendation, Joma Shop doesn't sponsor me at all. Check them out. They've got some really good deals on there. But when it comes to an automatic diver with a proven, well-made movement, you've got Seiko, you got Orient, and you got Citizen. I would not buy an Orient. I would buy a Citizen. These are awesome watches. Even if you have some Orients in your collection, nothing wrong with them, but these are all under $200. All under 200 bucks right now. Citizen Automatic Divers. That's why I've got 5 of them. Now, do you have one that I don't have in my collection? Mention it below. You know, there are a few more that I want to pick up. There's the Coke bezel, obviously. I think that's going to be my next purchase. As soon as I can grab that super cheap on Joma Shop, I'm getting it. But do you have one that I don't have in your collection? Put it in the comments below. Any questions, again, put them in the comments below, guys. And as always, I appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.